Saver and I saw a picture of him and Lori, like the same exact pose, same exact pose that he took with me,
Okay.
and he did the same with Lori.
Her arm is on the back of his chair.
I think it's more interesting that Steve Harvey's.
Somehow in the Diddy's drama, the narrative has shifted and all of a sudden Steve Harvey has become the center of attention you see. There's long been speculation that the connection between these two runs deep, but no one could expect that Steve would stoop so low as to force his stepdaughter Lori into a messy and traumatizing relationship with the music mogul. You've all seen the photos and the headlines of the summer fling, when Diddy and Lori were spotted getting cozy under a watchful eye of Sihar. They now considering the shocking age difference between them two. It's been discussed that Steve was the one to push Lori into Diddy's open embrace.
Could have handled this differently, y'all could have but do I regret the experience? Do I regret the lesson?
It looks like Steve wanted to earn some cash with forcing his daughter fresh out of a fling with Diddy's son into sharing bed with the man himself, and as it was stated by an insider, it was just a phase for Diddy to have fun him, and Lori had a fun fling, but Diddy is still healing and focusing on himself right now. He is not ready to be in a long-term committed relationship and is focusing on his kids right now. Seems like Lori can be passed around in the industry like a trophy, and it's her own dad who decides which man she will spending her nights with. Apparently offering young flesh to Diddy was a part of some agreement between the TV host and the music mogul, as these two have been getting along for quite a while.
See, the thing about Diddy, he didn't make a big splash about it. He just kept pressing.
Now with huge accusations against the music mogul, fans have been asking one logical questions: whether Diddy bought Lori and Steve's silence. You see guys, Lori is famously known for her dating life, and in case you didn't notice, she doesn't date ordinary dudes. It's been now suspected that her daddy, Steve Harvey, handpicks the worthy candidates to slip into her bedroom himself, and Diddy was the ultimate choice because of his thick wallet and love for young bodies.
Given her advice quite a few times. But you know, it's difficult.
Apparently, Steve Harvey is using his daughter to earn more cash, and when he got a request from Diddy to trade a few months with Lori for a substantial sum, he couldn't say no. You see, Steve needs to sustain his lavish lifestyle, and the music mogul's millions could be real help, especially considering how much Steve's wife, Marjorie, loves luxury. Looks like Steve was desperate to earn more cash, and he didn't even think twice when inviting Diddy to spend the summer with his family in Italy. The romance between the 22-year-old model and 50-year-old producer lasted for 3 full months. And now I'm wondering if Lori wants to expose the details of this experience is surviving Diddy documentary, and also expose how her own dad made that happen.
At 40, you'll be looking at your 30s
because you're forever
like,
changing. Like, you're forever growing. You're forever evolving.
I'm with that.
You just want to find.
Apparently taught to keep her mouth shut in case of repercussions, Lori Harvey made surprising claims. She denied all the rumors of ever being together with Diddy, saying, "I've seen stories about me being fully in love with somebody, and we have this full relationship, and I'll see the guy and be like, I'd actually never met him before." However, reports tell a different story from her narrative at that time. Rumors began circulating in July 2019 about Lori dating Shay Diddy Combs. They were spotted together several times in various locations, galing speculation about their alleged romance during one vacation. A photo showed Lori with her arm around Diddy during a dinner alongside Lori's stepfather.
It's something that he would do if it was a big, huge deal. You like who you like.
Even Diddy's son Christian Combs hinted at their relationship during a red carpet appearance, suggesting they were good, but opting to keep things private. As he stated, they're just being private time, that's up to them. Well, there have been many attempts to keep this romance from going public, and now we can see why. But it seems this story might have been a smokescreen for other alleged inclinations of Diddy, as fans started speculating that Diddy used Lori for different purposes than the public assumed. As one person commented, "Steve lying for Diddy. Diddy put up other people's money for all deals," and another user added, "Always been a fan of Steve, but not anymore. Anyone who can support Diddy makes you wonder, not a fan anymore." It's now getting even worse when you realize that Steve knew about what was going to happen to Lori all this time and still chose to sell her for a bunch of cash. The speculations of the music mogul mistreating his exes, including Lori, intensified after headlines erupted with an explosive legal battle between Diddy and Cassie, revealing disturbing allegations against the mogul. Bombshell allegations here. And we want to stress these are Cassie's allegations, and Diddy is denying Cassie's lawsuit alleged instances of physical mistreatment, including battery and forced acts of intimacy with specially hired males who wasted no time portraying Diddy, her former label head and romantic partner, as someone who manipulated her into an unequal and traumatizing relationship. And she wrote 35 pages of that. Cassie's claims depicted a chilling narrative of how Diddy allegedly maintained control through intimidation tactics, painting a much darker picture of the mogul than the public ever glimpsed. This revelation hinted at a side of Diddy that was far from the glamorous image, raising questions about whether Lori Harvey also was a part of that horrible treatment, and if her dad pushed her to endure that for cash. When you decide that you want to be a millionaire, that don't just pop into your head. Allegedly, Cassie was offered a substantial 8-figure sum to maintain her silence and prevent Ealing legal storm and offer. She reportedly declined, however, when the settlement details were revealed, signifying a sense of closure while keeping its specifics veiled. Satisfied with how smooth everything went, Cassie issued a statement expressing satisfaction with the resolution. I've decided to resolve this matter amicably on terms that I have some level of control. Want to thank my family, fans, and lawyers for their unwavering support. Yet the drama for Diddy is far from being over, because other individuals like REOD have chimed in to discuss how Diddy uses women and silence them all with non-disclosure agreements. I have to sign an NDA that I would never disparage Puff Bad Boy Janice Combs. Or now this leaves fans with many questions, mainly what Lori Harvey herself had endured during those 3 months of vacating with Diddy. Seems like her own dad was passing Lori like a trophy in the industry, making her sleep with the man who's aged more than twice than her. It's now speculated what kind of financial trouble Steve Harvey was in to make such a horrible decision to offer his daughter as a means of payment to an older man. But Steve apparently has a soft spot for Diddy, or should I rather say for his money. You have millions already at your disposal. The crazy nature of the relationship between Lori and Diddy raised concerns in the industry, with many celebs speaking back then about the ugly nature of such a union. As Nick Cannon told in his interview, trying to bring attention to the situation, I wouldn't have a problem with that, but I'd be heartbroken if that was my daughter. To each his own. But I would feel like I failed as a father if I feel like I'm fitting across the table with a dude the same age as me that's dating my daughter. I would feel like a failure. But it looks like Steve made his choice between money and integrity a long time ago, and watching him connecting Lori with older men, it's no wonder the other kids decided to separate themselves from this man, and they don't even want his dirty money. I got in a lot of trouble, didn't see him for periods. And but man, it had quite a disturbing vibe when you learned that Diddy got involved with Lori right after his breakup with Cassie. Yes, you heard it right. Fresh out of the oven of horrible relationship, the music mogul jumped into another one, spending time with a young and compliant Lori Harvey under a watchful eye of her permissive dad. With the cash rolling, Steve was making it his new agenda to portray Diddy as almost angelic person, which struck a discord with fans. Looks like Steve has chosen to love money more than his family, and he broke news to Lori that he has to earn her keep as well. I'm doing this, me and your mama. We doing this. I love this girl, best thing for me now. We going to work well. It's highly expect to hear more from the victim herself. Because Harvey's motivations to seek Diddy's assistance during challenging times is beyond creepy and even criminal. It's like a full collapse of Steve's integrity in the eyes of the public. As one person commented, I always felt Steve Harvey is shady. From the way he treated his ex-wives was unbelievable, so don't be surprised if he comes up next in the shady business. And another user added, Lori trying to climb the ladder. Both those men belong to the same brotherhood she has to get passed around to keep elevating, and yes, her mama taught her the game well. At least it all explains why Harvey goes to such lengths to preserve Diddy's image, even at the cost of his daughter's involvement with the mogul. As they say, money doesn't stink, and that may be exactly how Steve Harvey got his wealth now. Here's the real question. Do you think that Diddy and Steve Harvey have some shady business, and did the music mogul actually paid Steve to get access to Lore? Let me know what you're thinking, and check my other videos